Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 30th. We're going to jump right in here, Taurus. And in your current general energies, you have this devotion card and this intuition card. I feel like if you're looking for love, there could be a Scorpio coming in for you. And it could be, like, I feel like there's real devotion here, like someone is devoted to you. I also feel like some of you, it's like there could be a tower moment, but number one, everyone has had the tower this week again, so, whatever is what I'll say about that. But, it's like, here you go. You could have had some sort of ending right here, some sort of betrayal or a backstabbing in the past. And it doesn't even have to be that dramatic. It could be a sacrifice. This card says the sacrifices you made today will be worth it. So, and you have this risk card as well. So if you're making any sacrifices or separating away from something here, it doesn't even have to be love. I don't even necessarily feel it's love. It could just be an idea. Then I look at this, and you have the Ace of Wands. You're clearly heading towards a very powerful new beginning here, Taurus, something that's going to be very successful as well. Definitely, I feel something needs a little bit more elbow grease as well with this Temperance card, which I'm pretty sure was you that I said a couple weeks ago something about elbow grease. It seems to me like you're very close. Sometimes I look at temperance as, it's like, imagine if you're creating a statue, if you were carving a statue. It's like a statue is like constant perfection. You're constantly chiseling away, right, to make something perfect. And I'm not saying you're looking for perfection, but I kind of feel like you're shaping something in your reality, whatever it is. I do feel like you need to follow your intuition. I love this devotion card. Again, if you're attracting love, it definitely could be a person who is very, very devoted to you. You have the Tower, the Star, and the Four Wands. This is probably the best thing you could ask for right here. When you go from the Tower to the Star, I mean, literally that's the order of the major arcana, is Tower to Star, and the Star represents healing from a Tower moment. So if nothing else, I feel like you're healing from a tower moment. It literally shows up in the reading here. I do feel like some of you have experienced losses in the past. I also feel that some of you, it's kind of like I see you toying with these ideas of letting things go, for sure, with that tower card. It's like, maybe some of you are thinking about moving, but I kind of see the two sides of the issue in my head, if that makes sense, where it's like maybe some of you want to move, but it's like you're weighing the pros and cons. Maybe that's a good way to put it. And it's like you're not sure if you want to move towards a new beginning. But I would encourage you to kind of like follow your heart. I feel like we're all being guided at this time to the places that we need to go, literally and figuratively. This could be mental places that we need to go as well. So I would follow your intuition for sure. I do feel like there's some wishes coming in for you. You also have the Four Wands. This could be marriage for some of you. I mean, if you go this way right here, to the Queen of Pentacles, to the Knight of Cups, it's like you could be getting into a relationship with a person who really sweeps you off your feet, something that's very passionate about, or as well, Taurus. I don't even know what word I just said, but as well, with that Ace of Wands. And it could be like a little bit of a surprise here. It could be a person who is very resourceful, so they could have a lot of resources like money, but they could also just be resourceful. You have this Tower. It's like some of you, again, for you earth signs, I don't know what it is, but I keep getting this message of like seeing the writing on the wall, needing to pay attention to what you're seeing as well. So you might have like a business or career, and maybe things aren't doing as well as they were. This doesn't say there's going to be a Tower moment. I feel like it's just saying like, are there changes you could make, or are there things that you're not doing in work or business specifically that could make you more successful? Are you adapting with new energies? Are you learning new ways of doing things? And if the answer is no, I would like figure it out. For the most part, I just get a moving energy here. So a lot of you could be moving as well, or you could be at least weighing the pros and cons of a move in your life. With the Tower, you have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. If there was a Tower moment, I feel like this probably happened in the past because you have the Star. Again, the Star really tells us that this probably already happened and you're healing from it. And I feel like you're heading towards wish fulfillment. With the Star card, you have the Tower. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said. There you go. And with the Four of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. Some of you could be weighing the pros and the cons of relationships as well. Like if you want relationships or if you don't want relationships, you could really be looking at them on a very deep level and saying like, what are there, you could be looking at like the pros and the cons, saying, okay, I see these benefits of a relationship, but I also see that there could be some things that bring conflict into my life. And you're kind of really weighing the pros and cons of taking a risk, is what I feel like this reading is saying. And I would encourage you to take a risk because I think there could be a lot of success, obviously. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this pig spirit. It says, use your mind wisely. Again, this card always reminds me of like when pigs fly. You can see that this pig has wings on it. So some of you, it's like there could be some sort of thing happening that you don't expect. And I don't think it's really unexpected. I just think that, the environment, there could be some things that are falling into place in your life is what I feel, that are actually allowing you to do something much sooner than you thought. So like, let's say you want to move. I feel like some of you, maybe you just kind of say like, well, maybe I'll just apply to a job in wherever you want to move to, and then you actually get the job. So it's like, that's what I feel here. So your future self is saying, get ready, because the things that you're thinking are going to happen, or that you just are just kind of saying like, just see what happens, right? I get that energy where it's not careless or carefree. That's not what I mean. I don't, like, not in a bad way. I feel like you're just kind of in that, I'm just going to see where the wind blows me type of energy. If I meant to, move in this direction, like a move or traveling or getting into a relationship as well, right? And I feel like this is a good energy is what I'm trying to spit out. You have this Ten of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. Ten of Swords definitely says that something from your past is dead, done, over with. He's making a symbol with his hands here that represents a blessing. So I do feel a lot of you could be receiving blessings in your life, or you could be receiving some sort of blessing that you've been hoping and praying for. It's like some sort of wish fulfillment is coming in after a difficult period of time. I feel that as, with everyone, I would be tapping into your resources with the Queen of Pentacles. She's very resourceful, so she doesn't necessarily use money to get something that she wants. She might use her talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. She might use her connections, the people that she knows. So if you're trying to do anything, I feel like your future self is saying be resourceful. I do feel like there's an increase in your finances as well, because we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is a card of success. It is a card of jealousy as well. I would be very, I haven't really been talking about this much, but what I would say is I would be very careful of like showing off. To me at this time, it's like you might be finding a lot of success, but I think like one of the worst things we could do right now is kind of like showing off in a bad way. We definitely need to be an inspiration. You have the star right here. But if you're like bragging, not that you would do those things here, Taurus, but if you're like bragging or rubbing things in people's faces, that will come back to bite you. But just living your life and kind of doing the things that you've been doing to be successful is perfectly acceptable. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups here. So I definitely feel you're in this position of nurturing yourself, of taking care of yourself. Every single reading I do for you, you get the Queen of Cups in some shape or form. So I feel like you're really in this nurturing position, also really caring about where you put your heart, which we always talk about with you. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands. Yeah, definitely could be heading towards marriage. I mean, you have the Four of Wands twice going this way to this Knight of Cups. So if you're meeting a new person, could be a risk, because you have this risk card here, but I also feel it could lead to marriage. So if you want love, I would say go for it. I would also say that some of you, even if you don't want love, the Knight of Cups can represent some sort of dream life that you have. He's standing in the desert, and he needs to take the risk of planting seeds in front of this water. So, it kind of represents the fact that he might be in a position in life where he feels like there's no opportunity, but there is, because the water is flowing in front of him in the desert. So, I think that perfectly describes the time that we're in right now. We have to be resourceful. If he was resourceful, he would plant seeds in front of that water, and they would grow. And that's what I feel like you need to do. With the Six of Wands, you have the King of Swords here. I feel for some of you, this could be a person coming in for you if you want love. Could be someone who's very wise. Could be a person who's more mature than you or older than you. I don't really feel like they're that much older than you. For some of you, of course, but I feel they have a certain level of wisdom. They're like a little bit of an expert. That's probably one thing that will stand out to you is they probably, whatever their job is, could be an expert if you want love. And I feel like there's a lot of desire and passion here in this connection. Next, in the area of the unexpected, it says you have this card that says the sacrifices you make today will be worth it. You also have this risk card. It says success will find you. The odds are in your favor. It is when you step out into the unknown that you truly start to live. Damn, that is really good. So I feel like that's exactly what you need to be doing, because literally every single card here says that in this row. You have the Knight of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. When you step out into the unknown, you will be success. Then what does this say here? That's when you will truly start to live. So Two of Wands, he's standing where he has always been. He's at the top of his castle. It represents a comfort zone. This is his village down here. So the card itself literally says he has to get out into the world. Literally what that risk card says. So I feel that if you can move towards your passions here, going this direction, something that you're passionate about, you're going to be very successful. I always say that there's a castle crumbling in the back of the Ace of Wands. Kind of represents out with the old, in with the new. So I feel like you're moving into a new direction here with that Ace of Wands. The Knight of Cups, same thing. Like I said, he just needs to plant seeds. He's also imagining something. You know, he's normally scrying. He's normally looking into that cup, and he is imagining his future reality. But he needs to like go there. He needs to put in the work, even though he's in the desert. He's in a place where he doesn't think there's opportunity, but there's actually huge opportunity. And again, I feel like all your readings have basically been encouraging you to kind of like, you know, kind of play around, explore an opportunity, or explore something where you don't think there is a lot of opportunity, especially if you're trying to make money. I feel this, but this could also be love. You have these Seven of Cups, time to take action. Seven of Cups, there's good things and bad things in these cups. I always say with the Seven of Cups that the whole point of the card is to bring something down to earth. You know, Seven of Cups exists above our head, and we need to bring these ideas down to earth so that we can be more successful. So I feel like there is a lot of success for you here, but again, I also feel like you have to kind of do the things to bring these ideas down to earth. I also feel, as always, that you might be overcomplicating things here, Taurus. You always get the Seven of Cups with me, and intuitively, sometimes I feel like the Seven of Cups, there are always going to be good things and bad things that come from a situation that we're working towards or working on. Could be a relationship, business, whatever. And this card really says, like, yeah, that's true for everything. There will always be good things and bad things that are possible in a situation, but unless you take action, you're never going to know how something is going to turn out. So I feel like this is saying that you need to kind of like take action on something, especially like something new with that Ace of Wands, something that could be very inspirational as well. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Page of Cups, definitely love. I feel like some of you already have this person in your life. Could be a water sign. You have water, earth, Aquarius, Scorpio, air as well. You have basically everything here, but I would say water and earth really stand out to me. And this could be an admirer. You could admire this person. They could admire you. Take it how it resonates. But I feel like there's a lot of love here and definitely a lot of desire. I see a lot of mystery as well here. Like if you're attracting a person, they're like mysterious, not in a bad way. I just think they are just a mysterious person. So there you go. With the Two of Wands, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. You know, sometimes I feel with the Justice card, it just says, like, take the smallest step forward that you possibly can. Justice is cause and effect. It says if you put work into something, do you get a result back? And if the answer is yes, keep moving. If the answer is no, stop. The other thing I would say is that you have the King of Swords in the Justice card. This kind of looks like some sort of legal victory to me. So if you're dealing with some sort of legal issue, this is law and order. This is justice, obviously. So some of you could be getting justice and, with some sort of legal issue. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. And it does, I feel like you need to start experimenting because, with the Seven of Cups, you could be dreaming of something new that you want to create in your life. And with the Nine of Wands, you could be saying, like, I've tried so many more times. But the Nine of Wands is really rewarded when we don't give up. It is the card of perseverance. I'm also getting the word persistence here. Really, the card of persistence is the Seven of Wands, but I am getting kind of getting that persistence and perseverance. Like, I feel like you might have a lot of, especially for those of you in work or business, you might have to, kind of like be more aggressive in your follow-up with people that you're dealing with in business, right? Maybe you email a person and they don't get back to you. And so then, I would follow up, right? I wouldn't be annoying, of course, but to me, that's kind of like what I feel here is that you might have some. I do feel like you might have some kind of like annoying experiences where it's not really annoying. It's just the fact that maybe you're having to put a little bit more elbow grease into the situations that you want to see through to the end, and that's kind of what I feel here. Next in the area, what are we doing? Messages from your guides. You have the Sphinx card. It says choose your words carefully. I would definitely watch your words at this time. I think we are in a time of great manifestation, and we have Saturn moving into Pisces as well in March, or towards the middle of this year as well. It'll be there, obviously. But what I would say is that with Saturn in Pisces, I feel we have Neptune in Pisces, which is like the dream. Saturn in Pisces is the smack to reality, right? It is like reality times a million, bringing those dreams down to earth, bringing your Seven of Cups down to earth. So literally, I would watch your words, and I feel like we could be manifesting things very, very quickly. But I also feel if we don't take action on the things that we want to create, we could be struggling a little bit. So don't be afraid to take action. You have the Ace of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Temperance card. Again, I feel for some of you, the Ace of Wands, the crumbling castle, and the Ace of Wands itself, there's something new coming in for you. This is my out with the old, in with the new card, so definitely some sort of new beginning. You also have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, a card of recovery, so I do feel like some of you could be kind of like taking some recovery time, especially if you had a Tower moment. We have the Tower star in this reading, which is really telling me that you could be healing from a Tower moment. I feel like for some of you, it is time for action, though. It's like he's been resting, he's been relaxing here, he's been gathering his energy, which I feel like you have been doing, and I feel like your guides are saying, like, okay, now it's time to act, right? Which we see right here. I'm going to show you over here. You have the Temperance card. This is the path to glory over here. It's basically the path to something that you really want and desire to have in your life. He's practicing alchemy, and again, if one way to do something doesn't work, I feel like you need to try another way here, Taurus. I would also say that, again, I feel elbow grease is going to be your best friend, like really kind of refining something. So maybe perfection isn't the right word, because nothing is perfect, and I don't think we should expect perfection. I think perfection is the enemy of progress, but I feel like you're refining your vision in life. I feel like you're almost like molding it like a statue or like a piece of clay, or, sorry, I almost just choked on my own spit, but something like that, right? And so it's like you're kind of like working something is how I see it with this Temperance card. But I also feel like it's like time to take these risks so that you can see if what you're working on is actually going to lead to success, abundance, whatever the case may be. Let's see. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Yes, card of expansion. Everybody's been getting the Three of Wands for months now. The Three of Wands is like saying, what are you waiting for? The writing is on the wall. I said this to Virgo, and if we look here, it's like, again, you could see that something is coming to an end. So it's like, what are you waiting? Like, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the smoke? Are you waiting for the fire? Are you waiting for the lightning bolt to smack you right between the eyes, right? Like Harry Potter, or like, what's the deal here? And I feel like this Three of Wands is saying expansion. You need to kind of move towards the new. With the Four of Swords, you have the Judgment card. Yes, waking up to your true purpose. Most powerful combination in the tarot, Tower in the Judgment card. It's like a major revelation, major wake-up call. So a lot of you could be having some aha moments here, some wake-up calls, whatever you want to call it. And these could be like light bulb moments, just like this light bulb right here. So I feel like you need to pay attention to the light bulb moments. I feel like you need to pay attention to those things that really kind of wake you up and shake you out of, whatever trance you've been in maybe for a while. It's like you're starting to have some realizations. This is a pretty powerful reading, I would say, Taurus. I think your last one was too. With the Temperance card, you have two cards. You have the Five of Swords and the Empress. Definitely time to take a risk. The Empress, of course, it feels like you coming up in a very strong position. I feel like you're coming up in a position of power and strength with the Empress card. Five of Swords could be like some sort of separation. And we do see separation here. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. Tower, Ten of Swords, Ace of Wands even is a new beginning, right? So I feel for a lot of you, this separation could be you just having a new beginning in some sort of area of your life. But I feel like it's leading to, more freedom with the Four of Wands showing up twice in your reading as well. I would really take some sort of risk, to start whatever it is you're wanting to start here, Taurus. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. If you have a question, feel free to pause this reading. If you don't have a question, that's fine too. I'm going to put all 3 cards together at the end as like a personalish reading. But pause now, because I'm going to read the first card. You have the Two of Swords. You need to make a change. Whatever you're asking about, go to the new island. Go over here. I really should call this yes, no, maybe. But I really feel like this is saying leave a comfort zone, go somewhere new. For question number 2, I would say yes, Six of Swords. Literally rip the Band-Aid off, move towards that Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is something that inspires you, but it requires work. And I think that's maybe the challenge here with the Ace of Wands is that it's just like the spark of an idea, the kind of like spark of life, which is what the Ace of Wands is, but you have to put the work in. And finally, For question number 3, I would say if you're asking about walking away from something, yes. And if you're not, then I would say no. But putting this all together, it looks to me like you are moving towards fulfillment and you're kind of getting across choppy waters. I feel like you've been dealing with choppy waters, and now it's like you're entering into a period of calmer energy, or it's like you're building something new in a new world. She has this island behind her here, Taurus, and she doesn't know what's over there. She needs to take her blindfold off and find out. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you're working on new things. Pretty powerful. I love this reading for you, Taurus, actually. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.